this. It's now considered.
All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwab, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Seem like every month is something. 2024 is lit. Beautiful time to be alive in your right mind. So, allow this video to play out.
Declaring a national climate emergency. But that's a climate crisis to you, Mark. The AP, which sets the standards for newsrooms across the country, they're urging Americans to use the term climate crisis to address the current situation. This is all troubling, but if the president declares a climate emergency, what impact does that have?
Well, I mean, this is the serious story of the day. NBC News has reported that if Joe Biden declares a national climate emergency, he would have COVID-like powers under that emergency, and they also compared the emergency powers to the 9/11 emergency powers. The Center for Biological Diversity has estimated Joe Biden would get about 130 wartime-like powers by which to bypass democracy and impose the Green New Deal on America without a single vote of Congress. This is truly this is a Halloween story, not a story for Earth Day. This is a truly frightening story, and he might just be desperate enough to do it. This is being widely reported in the media. The Biden White House is leaking this out. This might happen, and this is going to give Joe Biden these kind of, you want to say the word dictatorial powers. He doesn't need no stinking democracy to impose the Green New Deal if he does this.
So, you remember what happened in the beginning of the pandemic? They were just able to say, you can't come out the house, you can't do this, you can't do that. So what do this sound like? It sound like, because they actually have not been talking about it as much. But back in 2021 and 2022, they was always talking about sea change. We're gonna say that. All right. So climate emergency, as they call it now. So it seemed like it's gonna be climate lockdowns. You know, that's gonna be the new pandemic. Climate lockdowns. So let's get a scripture. I ain't gonna make this long at all. Damn, what's wrong with my phone? Here we go. Satan always. Dang, you got nothing else better to do? We'll mess with somebody else. But I ain't gonna make this long. But it's a beautiful time to be alive, man. That's all I gotta say. So it said, and I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So at one point in time, even though this system was never like this, but the illusion of this system, the bipartisan system with the Democrats and the Republicans, when they get on the podiums and you vote every 4 years, they always act like they got your best interests at heart. See, now these two horns, like a lamb, is about to speak as a dragon. And when you go into that word dragon in the Greek, it goes into harsh laws. Goes back to a man named Draco, an Athenian lawgiver back in the Greek Empire. Like laws like misdemeanors today you could be put to death for. So this is Rome all over again. And they're talking about if they pass this, that it would give Joe Biden basically like a dictatorship. And which also remind me of this. It said, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. All right? Saith Yahweh of hosts. The Lord is going to, it might not be an election. Something's going to happen before. I mean, people have been talking about it. People have been whistleblowing about it. Like, it might not even be an election that comes up in November. Some type of crisis is going to happen before then. That's what they was talking about at the end of last year. You know, and it seemed like that might be the case. Because if this do come to pass,
Considering declaring a national climate emergency.
So if this do come to pass, you know, that's lockdowns, man. And you already know that the Egyptians, aka Americans, because the great city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, these Egyptians ain't about to go for that. That's gonna cause an uprising. So this is what's about to come upon the world. We've been reading this scripture for years. What the hell is going on? My phone really be what the wow. Goodness gracious, man. Okay. Anyway. This is effed up. My phone freezing. I can't press buttons. So it says, woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and the one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. And that's what's going to happen. When this pass, and they say you can't come out the house, you're starting to be limited of what you're doing. Because remember, climate change goes into carbon emissions, and they're trying to reduce that. And carbon emission is just basically you breathing, if you want to be technical. Okay? So it's going to come to a head, and the people is going to get upset. As the scripture said, there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They should not regard the kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're going to take matters into their own hands, and it's going to be all hell breaking loose out here. And it's all through the scriptures. So when they do pass it, because I believe that they will, because it's in the scriptures, as in, confusion, chaos. Isaiah 24:10 said that the city of confusion should be broken down and every house should be shut up. That's martial law. They've been talking about climate lockdowns really since the pandemic started, but really 2021, 2022, they was talking about it a lot. Then it went away, it started talking. Then we started going into the Russia and Ukraine. All right. That been going on for a while. Then after that, the people who took the juicy juice, they started talking about how basically you shouldn't have took the juicy juice and all these things is wrong with the juicy juice. And then all of a sudden, the Palestinians attacked the Israelis, and now we in that turmoil, which I love because that's brewing up World War III. And then I think the first day of January, it was a earthquake, one of those big ass earthquakes. I think it's in Indonesia. Man, it's been a lot going on, man. All I know, Apostle Tahar coined this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and it seemed like that might be the case. Oh, all these migrants coming over here, And I always said it's a few things that they can use the migrant crisis. They can say that they bring in a pestilence over here. Remember, they was talking about bird flu about 2 weeks ago. All right. They also going to use the migrants to get busy because military age men been sneaking within all these people that's coming over here. That another thing that could cause a sedition too, because they're giving all these benefits to these migrants and the actual people, the so-called citizens of America. All right. They ain't getting nothing. They on the street. You got people coming over here from the border, squatting in people's houses, and they ain't even allowed to kick them out. So there's a lot of things going on right now, man. It's a lot of things going on. All of these things can cause a sedition. And it says a man shall desire to go into a city shall not be able. That's martial law. So these are the times that we are in. These are the times that our beloved apostles and elders, and other brothers been saying. A lot of you people are window shopping right now, watching for entertainment and also watching to accumulate knowledge, but you're not applying the knowledge in the right way. People just like to know shit. That's what I realized. People just like to know shit, but you don't do nothing with it, and then you just want to speak to people like you so wise. People like to accumulate knowledge and go tell their friends. This is deeper than that. Your life is on the line. Keep playing around. The Lord is obviously showing you that he about to come back, man. So seek ye the Lord while he may be found. And it said, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, houses shall be destroyed, men shall be afraid. The Lord is the one that's about to allow this devil to come upon you with great wrath, because he know he had but a short time. Hey, Esau, Edom, he believed in his new world order the same way that you're supposed to believe in your Lord, that he's going to deliver you, that he's going to be here for you. But a lot of people, man, Hey, you're going to get caught up in it. A man should not have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation. You know, the love of many shall wax cold, because iniquity shall abound. It's going to be chaos and confusion out here, perplexity out here. People ain't going to know which way to turn. People going to be without resources. And like I said, the weather is going to eventually break. We almost in May. So when it start getting hot, people want to be outside, and then boom, climate change. You can't come outside. Oh, fuck that. I just went through this with the pandemic. They ain't gonna say pandemic. They actually believe it was one. But anyways, you know, so I guess the video want to be stupid. So anyways, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Just a quick news update. This is what's going on. And hey, it really might pass. All right. And according to the scriptures, if that don't pass, something like it's going to pass. Because this right here is future prophecy. A man should desire going to the city should not be able. So that's martial law. And they've been talking about the CMate, lockdowns for a while. So all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and Shalom.